What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Got a few things to check off of the list today, but you know, we productive every day, so that ain't shit for us over here. It's a very snowy day here in the Motor City, but you know, we've been getting that a lot lately. Yeah, your boy on some BS. He out here in a hoodie. I know. It don't just be y'all that be breaking my balls about it. It be friends and family that be giving me grief about it too. You got winter coats, why you out here in hoodies? Cause sometimes if I could be really real with y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't be wearing my winter coats as often. They got them big puffy ass hoods. I just was sliding around the corner there, but they got them big puffy hoods, right? And the hood, you know, when you sitting in the chair, the hood don't stay behind you because it's so puffy. It's hard to flatten it. And I know that's like silly, but that's what it be. I don't feel like struggling with the hood every time I want to sit in here. My white coat, the hood, it's not as difficult to battle with that one as the red one. The red coat, you know, the polo one. I love the hood when I'm out here and it's cold, you know, when I'm wearing it. But it's when I get in my truck that I be having to take it off sometimes because I just don't want to fight with it. But that's the reason why, y'all. In case y'all was on there like, man, you out here in the cold, why you wearing hoodies? That's why. When I take this hood off, it's just gonna lay behind me. I don't have to fight it. But let's get into the topic at hand. We didn't had enough fun this morning, and it's a not so funny topic, a very serious one. We have a Detroit woman with 4 kids. She was living in her van in the parking structure of Greektown Casino, or at least it was once known as Greektown Casino. It got purchased by Hollywood Casino not too long ago, so it's become the Hollywood Casino at Greektown. If you're a Detroiter like me, you probably hate this name change and will never call it Hollywood Casino and will forevermore call it Greektown Casino. So I'm going to refer to it as Greektown Casino for the rest of this video because yeah, I'm a Detroiter and I hate that they changed the name. But they were living in the parking structure, or at least they were parking there at night for Greektown Casino. And you know, those parking garages, they're not warm. They're not warm. If you've been to a mall that has a parking structure, like my favorite mall that I go to here, Somerset, it's got a really big parking garage. It's cold. All that concrete just holds the cold air. So it's not really a warm place. I get the mentality of, oh, well, we're not parked on the street with snow falling on us, so it should be warmer. Unfortunately, that's flawed logic and reasoning. Let me slow down driving out here today, y'all, because my truck is floating a little bit, which is unusual. You know, I drive a Suburban, as you guys know. I've got all-terrain tires, which do extremely well in this snow. And it's just feeling a little floaty this morning, so let me slow down a little bit. Anyway, the woman had 4 kids, and she woke up in the morning to get them ready for school, and 2 of them were not responding. They suffered hypothermia, and they passed, you know, because of it. The news was talking to the mom. The mom was looking rough. The mom looked like she's been through hell. She says they've been homeless for months. She's tried to go to shelters to no avail. She says she's tried to get help because, you know, of course, the question is going to be, why were you out there? How come you didn't get help? There's so many resources for women, especially women with children, which is very true. She said she had been trying to get help to no avail. She said she even tried to stay with people and pay them to stay with them. And that didn't work out because they didn't want all of the kids in their house. She not lying about that. Because I have known of women with 3-4 kids that needed a place to stay, and people didn't want to let them stay with them because of the kids. So she not wrong about that. She says she tried getting in touch with the father, telling the father that they need help, because apparently 3 of the 4 kids are with the same man. I'm thinking initially this is probably going to be like 4 kids between 3 men, or 4 kids by 4 men. You know, worst case scenario. No, 3 of the kids were with the same man. They managed to track down the father. He lives in Novi. Novi, for those of you that don't know, is a well-to-do Detroit area suburb. It's located in Oakland County, which I believe is the wealthiest county in the state of Michigan. So if you're living in Novi, you're probably doing okay. I'm not watching the man's pockets. I don't know how much he make, but if he can afford a place in Novi, even if he's just renting, he's probably doing okay. He told the news that she reached out to him about picking the kids up, but didn't tell him why. And this immediately made him very unpopular with, you know, the public, because, you know, the court of public opinion is strong, right? People form very strong opinions. They become very judgmental. I do too. You do too. The father saying that she did reach out to him, but she didn't give him any details, and he has to work and stuff. That makes him look really bad, man. Not gonna. Listen, I don't know this guy, so I'm trying not to judge. But just as a father, I gotta admit the optics of that look and sound bad, because now 2 of your kids are gone, and you had a place that they could have come to, and you, from what it seems like, refused. So I don't know. But here go the thing. And this is a thing that people have said that I can't disagree with. They say he must not be in the kid's life. They're calling him a deadbeat dad. I don't know. He might be. But when they say that, how do you not know that your kids are out there like that, homeless? How do you not know that? That's a good question. There's no way that my son would have been out here with nothing, and I didn't know. You know, you guys know, my son, he lives with me. He's lived with me, you know, most of his life. You know, his mom and I, we talked. She realized that he would be better off with me. I happily took him. So you guys know, if she were to ever have called me up with a situation like that, I'd have been like, hey, look, I'm pulling up. Where you at? You know, I'd have been like, I'm pulling up. Where you at? Because let's say you only take yours, or he only takes his. It's 3 of them. He takes his kids. That leaves her with just 1 to look after. That changes her situation drastically, because if she's got 4 kids, a lot of places may not have a spot for 5, but if it's a spot for 2, that changes things in terms of trying to talk to different people that she may know, associates, and getting a place to stay. If it's just her and 1 other kid, that changes things a lot, especially if the kid is school age. That's going to change things. They're going to be more willing to let her come stay with them if she's just bringing 1 kid in tow as opposed to 4. Because let's say you live by yourself, all right? It's 1 person occupying that place, and you bring this woman in with 4 kids. They go from 1 to 6, just like that. You know, you're really not trying to adjust your life like that, especially over problems that really aren't yours to deal with. So I get it. I've seen the complaint that people have said, why didn't he let the baby mama come stay with him too? He could have. I've done that too. You know, this was many years ago. I think my son was like 3 years old or something. His mom At the time, she only had one other kid. She needed a place to stay. I let her come stay with me. I was in a relationship at the time, and it was challenging for the relationship. I'll just say that. My lady at the time, she did not like this idea at all. She went along with it, but she made it known she did not like it at all. So I don't know. We don't know. He may have let her stay with them before, and just I don't know. It gets messy, y'all. That's why I said I'm like, I get it. People gonna judge, but there are elements here at play that we may not know about. But the end result is terrible nonetheless. We can all agree on that. The end result, this was the worst possible result. Another thing people brought up was the man's demeanor. The man's demeanor was very steely. His demeanor, people say he really ain't care about them kids because one, why didn't he let them come there? Why was he letting the baby mama be homeless? And two, just talking to the news, he just really didn't seem that shook up. Now, he shed some tears, sure, but I don't know. He was pretty steely. So I'm not going to say he didn't care about his kids. He didn't love his kids. But what I will say is he showed far less emotion about just learning that he lost 2 kids than I would have. If someone told me that I lost my son, especially in those circumstances, man, I wouldn't have been falling apart like a woman, but like y'all would have been able to tell, like my eyes would have been red, like y'all would have been able to tell I'd been like non-stop in tears since then. I could not fathom getting some news like that. But people handle grief differently, and I'm trying to keep that in mind, so I'm not going to judge him on that. But all of the stuff with the dad, the optics do look bad. I think, it'd be silly of me to sit here and say that the optics of the dad didn't look bad, because they really did. I'm just trying to keep an open mind here because I really don't know the ins and outs of the whole situation. And you got 2 people that have lost 2 kids. So I really don't want to be the one to kick them while they down, because you don't know what they're going through mentally. But let me know what you guys think, man. This is a terrible Detroit story that has just unfolded. And for you guys that remember, not that long ago, I was talking about the boys that were sleeping on the Detroit porch under a blanket. Remember that? I was talking about that not too long ago. This is why we were so concerned about that. This is why the community was on the police back to get to the bottom of this, because we all knew that this could have been the outcome for them. Now, it didn't end up being, but it could have been. These Detroit winners, they don't play, man. You can't be out here in this cold weather messing around. You will die out here. As much as I love my city can be cruel. I love my city, man, but my city can be so cruel. The people, the weather, like it can be cruel if you not prepared. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.